How you doing? I'm Darren with Ash Kickin' Barbecue. If this is your first time to the channel, then welcome. If you've been here before, then welcome back. Today, we're gonna be cooking up some competition chicken thighs. I can't tell you how much I used to hate doing competition chicken thighs. I never could get them right, never could get a good bite, even scraping the skins. It was a huge pain in the butt. I was talking to a friend of mine about how he does his, and I tried his method, and I haven't looked back. It could not be easier. Gets you that perfect bite through skin that everyone's looking for with minimal effort. We're gonna be seasoning up our thighs today with a base of Tailgater's Party Rub, which is probably one of the best rubs I've ever had in my entire life. It is absolutely awesome. We're also gonna be using some Sucklebuster's Honey Barbecue. I'm gonna have links for both products in the description below, as well as a promo code to save you 10% on your order. Both items are available through Sucklebuster's. This is not meant to be a competition recipe. This is meant to be a method in which you can get easy bite through skin with minimal effort, no scraping the skins. In fact, if you are still scraping your skins, that's so 2014. I'm gonna show you the easiest way to do it and still get wonderful results. So let's bring you guys in and show you exactly how we prep these chicken thighs. All right guys, so to prep our chicken thighs, couldn't be easier. All we're gonna do is get under here, get that skin separated from the meat. Be careful not to rip the skin, especially on this edge right here where you have kind of a natural fat seam. Be careful not to rip it. So just get your thumb under there, go slow, work it. If you do rip it, that's okay, but just do your best not to. All right, so you can see here, we have a big blob of chicken. We want to get this pretty. So the first thing I like to do is come over to the other side, find my bone, start right here on the edge, and just make a straight cut. Get that scrap out of there. Save that scrap. It's great for stir fry. It's great for salads. There's a ton of use for it. I don't waste it, so you shouldn't either. Now we have our bone here. You can see we're going to come up and we're going to look at the other side. You can see we have some fat there. We have some fat over here. If we were to trim this here, we're going to have a lot more meat on this side than this side. So because we want it somewhat even, our bones right here, we're going to come about right here and just take that off, set that to the side, and we're going to find this fat seam and we're just going to take that off as well, so that way the judge isn't biting into a chunk of fat. That looks pretty good. You can see we got a little bit of this knuckle overhanging here, so we're just going to go ahead and shave that down so it sits good. We have kind of a nice pillow shape here. That's looking pretty good. We're going to take our skin and we're going to just kind of stretch it out like so. And that's looking pretty good. Get that all nice and evened out. Now the point of this is we want to leave enough so when we wrap, we can tuck that skin under. Otherwise, when you're cooking, you have the chance of your skins shrinking up on you, which you don't want. So you can see this is not the best skin. There's a giant hole right here. That's not from us removing it. That's just how it came. And hey, sometimes that's how it is. But for a competition, typically you're going to be cooking, I don't know, 16 of these things. So it is what it is. And I think we also have a small hole right there. But that's all right. Our sauce will cover that up, so we're not worried about that. So we're going to try and find the best spot to put this chicken. Maybe right there, and then leave a little overhang here. And then we'll have enough overhang here to wrap it. So I think what we want to do is we're going to come in here. We're just going to trim that off. Trim the excess here. Another thing you can do is you can take this, scrape out the skin so it's nice and tight. And then you can come in here and just kind of use that as an edge and get that out of there. That works. Whatever's easiest for you. Don't work too hard at this. So you can see here we got our skin laid out. We're going to take our chicken, we're going to put it in the center. And then what we want to do is, you can see we've left enough for some overhang. We're going to go ahead and fold this up and roll that over. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to tuck in our edges. So it's nice and tight, looks good. There's our other one. Our other one, and our other one. You can see we got some nice pieces of chicken here. We're only doing 4 today because I'm just doing it for this video, but hey, those are some good looking chickens. So I'm gonna get cleaned up and then I'm gonna show you guys exactly how we season these. So we'll be right back. All right guys, you can see we have our thighs open back up here. Super easy. We're just gonna take our Tailgaters Party Rub here. We're just gonna give it a little bit of a dusting on the top and on the bottom. That's pretty simple. We'll put each piece of chicken with the corresponding skin. So there's that. And obviously if this is for a competition, you know, we'd be injecting or brining or doing whatever, but we're just at home kind of showing you guys this method, so we're not going to worry about any of that. So we're going to go ahead and get that seasoned up. That's looking pretty good. And this rub, oh, I wish you guys could smell it. It smells phenomenal. It's got a super savory note to it, as well as a kind of a black pepper finish. It's not going to knock your socks off by any means, but it's just a very well-balanced, well-rounded rub. So, and it's awesome on beef. I've just recently discovered my love for it on chicken. So, all right, so now we got those all seasoned up. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get these wrapped back up just how we did before. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and then I'll bring you guys right back. All right guys, you can see we have our thighs wrapped back up. Now we're gonna come over with the honey barbecue rub. And we're just gonna give them a nice even coating. I like to go up high so we don't get too clumpy. Just for a little bit of color up top here. Don't want to go too heavy, otherwise it'll get kind of clumpy. But hey, that looks good. Get a little touch right there. That's looking pretty darn good to me. So what I like to do is just kind of roll it. Get your edges that way. That's looking good. And when they're in the box, you're never going to see these edges next to each other. But you still want to get some flavor on them. So just kind of do that and get them organized, and then we're actually going to put them in a pan, so we're going to touch up the tops anyways. That's why I said you want to go light with this initial coat. So I'm going to grab a pan, get it ready, and I'll bring you guys back. Alright guys, you can see we have our chicken in our pan. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to come back over the top and hit it one more time to clean up any spots that got some rub knocked off from when we moved them into the pan. So that's looking good there. Just a little touch up, nothing too crazy. And then from here, we're gonna come in, we're gonna put a few pads of butter in there. And this is gonna kind of give them a nice little butter bath when they're out on the smoker. And from here, we're just gonna get them into the fridge and let them hang out while we fire up the smoker. We're gonna be cooking on the Pit Boss Austin XL today. We're gonna be running at 300 degrees. So I'll bring you guys back when we get these out onto the cooker. These are going to cook in this pan the whole entire time. So we'll see you guys in a little bit. All right guys, so you can see we got the chicken on. It's looking really good. So we're going to let these go for 1 hour, and at the half-hour mark we're just going to spin these around 180 degrees. So I'm going to pick back up after an hour. Just remember to spin these 180 after 30 minutes. So we'll see you guys in an hour. All right, guys, it's been 1 hour. You can see our chicken's looking really good. We got good color, the rub set on there, nothing's coming off. You can see I have my sauce over here, gonna warm it up for this last part of the cook. That's just Suckle Buster's honey barbecue over there, but chicken's looking really good, so now we're gonna get it covered up with some foil, so I'm gonna get that done and I'll bring you back. All right guys, you can see we have our chicken covered up. We're gonna let this go for about 45 minutes and then we're gonna come out and check the internal temps. We're shooting for 200 degrees. We're gonna let our sauce warm up in the meantime so we get a nice even glaze and the sauce doesn't get clumpy. So we'll see you guys in about 45 minutes when we check the temps. All right guys, you can see we have our chicken here. I just temped it. After 45 minutes it was at 200 degrees. So what we're gonna do is we're just kind of looking at it. You can see this one right here, the skin kind of split. That's all right, you're gonna have these. That's why you cook so many at an actual comp. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna get these off to the side. We're gonna get a rack right here. And then with our sauce, we're just gonna go ahead and dunk it completely under. And look how nice and shiny that looks. And then we'll just set it on the rack. And we're gonna do that with all of our chicken here. That's a good one. All right, guys, you can see we have our chicken all glazed up. We're gonna get this back out on the smoker, and I'll pick back up out there. All right, guys, you can see we got our chicken here. It's looking really good. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna let this sauce set for about 5-10 minutes. We're running at 300 degrees, so it's not gonna take long. So I'll bring you guys back when it's time to get them off the pit. We'll see you then. All right, guys, it's been about 10 minutes. You can see our chicken is looking awesome here. It's looking really good color. Minus this one right here. The skin's a little wrinkled, but hey, that's all right. That one's looking pretty good. They're all looking pretty good. So I'm gonna bring these inside, let them cool off, and then we're gonna do a taste test. So we'll see you guys then. All right, guys, so that's our cook. This is our chicken. It looks amazing. It smells wonderful. They look good, minus the one here. The skin was a little funky, but that's all right. Like I said, for a competition, you're probably cooking, I cooked 16 of them. It's a good number. You should be able to get at least 6 good ones out of there. So without further ado, let's do the ultimate test. Let's see if we achieve that bite through skin that everybody's looking for, especially the judges. Got our chicken here, looks good, smells delicious. All right, let's give it a shot. Wow. I probably have food all over my face, but that's all right. Look at that. Bite through skin, no skin pull. This is amazing. The Suckle Busters Honey Barbecue has a nice sweet note on it. The Tailgater's Party Rub has a nice savory touch to it. And then you top it off with that honey barbecue sauce. That's absolutely delicious. And I'm just curious, this one with the torn skin, and it doesn't look real great. Let's see how we did on that one. Let's see if we can still get the bite through on that one. Bite through skin. Skin didn't fall off. Delicious bite. That is absolutely wonderful. So guys, there you have it. Getting bite through skin on your competition chicken does not have to be hard. If you follow these directions, follow the instructions, follow the cook times, follow the temperatures, you can get this. Easy results. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to like, subscribe, ring that bell, and hey, we'll see you next time.